Hi friends, this is another episode of Help Me Be Me, and this is Sarah May, and I'm going to talk about why don't they like me? And I wanted to let everybody know, if you want to see more of my writing and my books or find more of these podcasts, visit teaspoonofhappy.com, and then please review me on iTunes if you haven't already, because that will help me reach more people, which would make me happy. And that's it. Alrighty, here we go. So if you've gotten dumped, or maybe you just don't fit in with the crowd you want to fit in, and you're just feeling like you don't get it. Why don't they like you? Well, I would first ask you to look at your reasons for wanting this person or this relationship. Because if it's because you fell into extreme want related to a person or a group, something about maybe the status or the idea of the relationship, I need you to understand and acknowledge that fact. Because for the most part, if we want something that doesn't want us back, there's no good reason that you should want that thing. Because to do so is to negate your own value. So step one in this process is I'd like you to acknowledge that this is not real, this thing you want. It is not what you want it to be. It's the idea of something and not that real thing. Who you love or want is not who they are in your mind. That is what you are mourning. It's not that they don't like you. You're just sad over the fact that they are not who you wanted them to be. And it feels like it's about you, likely because you are somehow affected in a very specific way, and it's kind of attached to an insecurity that you have. Because we all have insecurities, and it's the easiest thing to look at, because it's something in your control. It must be coming from my fat ass. Is a lot easier to accept than this person is not in reality who I thought they were. So if this is about a group and you wanted into that group, but they will not accept you, this is slightly different because you have no notion of who they are. In fact, you're likely confused about what is going on in their mind. What could possibly be wrong with me that they don't like? Why will they not accept me? Why are they mean to me? So if this is you, this is the first step I would like you to take. I want you to examine the thing you want so badly. If they're not nice to you and they're not inviting to you, then they are not good or positive for your life. In other words, they don't deserve you. Friendship should be easy and fun. It shouldn't be exclusive or mean or expect you to be different than you are. If this is about you proving yourself as a friend, then that might take some time. So don't be the type of person who forces intimacy. If you're trying to rush a relationship, you might be sending out the wrong signals. So if you put yourself in their shoes, you probably wouldn't like you either. But if you're in a position when you're lonely and you're trying to find friends and you feel weird and like no one likes you, I'm guessing you are a special breed of person. I don't mean this in a lame sister honey child kind of way. I mean this literally. You might be just different and special. So you should not erase that about yourself. You want to foster all that makes you unique and bring it out as your voice, because one day it's going to be gold. It's your greatest asset, what makes you unique. And I know how that feels. It's confusing because everyone around you looks like they're having so much fun and that they know a secret that you don't. And they all have a group, a clique, a style, and they all have special parties, and maybe you're just not invited to them. But let go of the idea of that being great, because in the grand scheme, it means nothing. It only means something to you because you cannot have it, and therefore it just feels a little lonely right now. But there is someone out there perfect for you. There is a group of people, in fact. We all have a tribe. We all belong to a tribe. But when it comes to a very special breed, like yourself, it takes a little bit longer to find them because they gather in very special places, which is likely in a place you have not yet discovered. it's probably far, far away from this other clique. I know that doesn't help you right now because, hey, you're lonely and maybe you're bored. But here's what I want you to do. Focus on building yourself and protecting everything that makes you special. Do more of what you like and nothing else. Build your confidence and do not allow yourself to wallow in pity. Smile and wink at yourself every time you look in the mirror. And build what is strong inside of you. So your knowledge, your health, and your happiness chemicals. Do this and do not focus on what you want but cannot have. And do not negate the value of this day you live in right now. Just because you don't have what is the most popular, what is most attractive in other people is confidence. It terrifies everybody who loves sameness. So all you have to do to be loved is be confident and love yourself. That is the most enchanting. And wait to find your tribe, because they will recognize you immediately and you them. And you will likely never separate again. It will be so worth it to be you then. So whether it's love or friends or a clique or whoever else you want to have that just doesn't want you back, even though it's painful, know that this is a gift. This loss or void is trying to show you something that you are meant for greater things. If you can see it that way, you can unlock massive greatness and advance to the next level of your life. And once you get there, there are so many more joys than here. You want to find an answer in someone else's mind. Why don't they like me? Well, that answer doesn't exist, because the answer is there's nothing wrong with you at all. The only thing that's wrong is that belief that it must be you. Love and friendships will come naturally when it's right, and if it's real. It will be plain as day. And if it's not, then it's not good for you. Follow happiness, follow love, and listen only to that. Embrace it. You want intimacy and you want friendship. If you want someone despite the fact that they have ditched you or that they don't love you back, the question you should be asking is, why don't you like you? Because if they don't like you, they don't deserve you. And it's not a valuable relationship to you. Love and strong relationships start with you and your relationship with yourself. That is what makes you lovable and beautiful and whole. Because if you think it's something related to your looks, you are looking at the wrong thing. It's like instead of looking around the room for the person who's right for you, you're looking at an image of your body and circling what's wrong with it. So just check the good to go box and keep focusing on what you want. In all situations, it all comes down to building confidence. So this is a little exercise I want you to start if you have problems with confidence. So if you're just stuck in like a critical mode where you can't stop hating on yourself, first, make a promise to take action toward giving yourself relief. And second, I want you to start a routine that's going to rebuild the bond between you and yourself. And I want you to start today. So this is kind of like an I love myself itinerary. And I'm going to call it a month of me. So for 1 month, every single day, you're going to try this practice. So step 1, start with your moral inventory. Basically write down what you say to yourself the most often. And if it's a negative, decide to change it to something positive. So fill in what you're actually going to say instead. So if you keep saying like, oh, I hate my thighs, you're going to change that to, I'm beautiful, or I love myself, I love my body. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is smile and wink at yourself every time you're in a mirror. Step number 3, eat foods that you like and enjoy, none that you hate. So if you are the type of person that forces yourself to eat like everything without cheese or salt or whatever it is, like eat things you enjoy eating. Step number 3, eat whole foods, so eat healthy things. So this doesn't mean like, I'm just going to live on Cheetos. I mean, eat healthy foods, but eat things that you actually enjoy eating. So don't go for like sides of celery with hot sauce, even though that's kind of good. Step number 4, you're going to read something that broadens your horizons. So pick out a new book or a podcast, anything that's new and educational that broadens your horizons in any direction. So it doesn't have to be about body image or anything. It can be about learning French. And then the last step is I want you to constantly check in on your verbiage to yourself. So make sure you're doing things that are saying things in your head that are nice to you. And then there's one more, I lied. The last practice is I want you to do one thing every day that is similar to building a romantic relationship. So you're going to court yourself. So things like giving yourself a bubble bath, a romantic bubble bath with candles that are lit. One practice every single day to romantically enchant yourself. So do this every single day for 1 month and just feel good spending that time alone. Because whether or not you can tell, you are amazing. And you just have to see that first. And then everybody else in the world will just come around. So I hope this helps. I'm going to post this in a blog form as well. And I invite you to join in for the month of me. And don't forget to smile.